and became a CEO. I had a preparation for my big trip. I tried reselling watches. In June, I got fired. I'm ending this month with $118,000 in Bitcoin, which I cannot take out. Hello, my name is Dmitry Redwolf, and today I will tell you all my 2023 goals and accomplishments. This video will be mostly for myself in the future to see what I've done this year, but for you also to get motivated to see what things are possible to accomplish within just 1 year. It has been extremely long, but at the same time rewarding. I will be starting this by mentioning each month and what I have accomplished, and I will put timestamps for you so that it would be possible for you to go to any month you're interested to start from, and let's begin. So from January, I have launched my first Lofi channel. It's called Kiki Lofi. It didn't go so well, unfortunately. I did like 5 days in a row and then I burned out. I didn't get any views. Although on one video I did get 500 views because of the Avatar movie, and I named it as like Avatar, so you're more than welcome to check out. And disclaimer, all the links that I will be mentioning will be down in the description in case you're interested to start something similar to me, you're interested to read about things that I will tell in this video, and so on. In January I had my trip to Moscow, took a really nice bath picture. As you can see, I went there just because of my business stuff, and I needed to do buying through sneakers, so you can see which sneakers I bought throughout there. I got there my new tattoo, which is already 1 year old almost. It's a flower tattoo, a peon, the flower is called. It's dedicated to my girlfriend, and because like when we hold hands, she actually has a flower as well, so people can see that we're tightened together by flowers. Of course, it was my first time sleepover in skyscraper. For me, it's like a really good, huge goal, because I always love this freaking buildings that people build. Going straight to February, it was second trip to Moscow, same deal, but this time I took my girlfriend there. She also checked out the apartment that I stayed. I stayed at the same exact apartment, with just like, you know, maybe 2 to 3 weeks difference. In February, I earned my first $20,000 in 2023. That's where I entered a partnership with a guy who helped me out with some transactions, and you know, it was actually really cool. It was my first experience giving high commissions for what I do, and it was honestly really cool experience, because I never had any employees. I was only an employee myself, and when I was a CEO and like, you know, of this kind of my little gig, what I would say. But when you earn 20k from little gig, it's really nice. And when you give out as well up to $6,000 in partnership fees, it's something new. Then in February I got new DJI Mini Pro 3, and this year I've put everything into that. I tried to film as much as I can. I crashed 2 times, one time into a window, second time into a tree. I'm finishing with 2 fails this year, and after this video, where you're more than welcome to check out my montage that I did, the highlights of my 2023 drone flies. Then I had a preparation for my big trip. It was one of those trips that you like, you know, plan out half a year in advance, and you have to like book the place there as well, like half a year in advance, and you'll see, but it was worth it. It's amazing. The big trip you'll see in the March section. Also in February I started designing my own sneaker designs, and actually I have one here. So this is the sneaker I've designed. It has different logo here as here. You might understand this is Nike, but something different about it. Maybe in the comments below you can name all the collaboration that you might see on this sneaker itself. And this wasn't my only sneaker. You can see the actually right here and right here other 2 styles that I did. I did receive them later in March, but this was like the first experience, and I tried to sell them to people. No one bought it, unfortunately, but you know, it was still worth it. I wear it myself, and a couple of those just collect dust on them. In March, it was a road to the desert. Honestly, this is the milestone that I had, and this is the resort I've been talking in February section. We stayed at one of the best maybe resorts, well, because the best because it was the first one so far. It's called Qasr Al Sarab. You can read more information about that in my article. I will leave the link below under the video. All I can say is that just see this picture. This is the first thing that we saw when we woke up in the morning. Then after that desert, but at the same time I officially launched Red Wolf Meta and became a CEO. That's when I officially began thinking about this, how I can turn my dream and my vision into something materialistic, even though it's a virtual thing, which I will talk about that later. But next thing, we went to Dubai and Abu Dhabi. After that, I have my small win, which it's a materialistic win, W, as teenagers say it. I bought the first official jewelry, which is known by everybody, but this is like a luxurious thing. It's a Cartier ring that I bought for my girlfriend. She doesn't really wear it that much, but still she has it in the box and then with certificate. I'm happy about it. She is as well, I hope. But yeah, this is one of my really W's that I wanted to get since 2021. And I did. I got there. It was my goal this year as well, which I can check mark that. And I just have a few things. I don't want to drag it out of what I did in Dubai, but some of the first things that I did there are I've driven G-Class, G-Wagon. First time I've been on a helicopter, first time I've been in Louvre, that's mostly in Abu Dhabi. I first time designed a Nike t-shirt, and I spent over 10K with Love and Right. This is one of the best things as well, when you don't need to think about money and you can actually spend it on food, on activities and experiences. Honestly, we spend much more on experiences than we spend on like any clothing there, which is nice, which is really good. Moving to April, I received my first LV as F&F pair. This is one of the things that you can see rarely, but I did receive that. I became friends with discipline and planners. I understood that it is one of the things as a CEO and person who manages a small corporation for now but bigger in the future, that I need to plan out, or just a normal daily life, I need to plan out what I do, what is today, because sometimes maybe you feel it as well when you wake up and you're like what the fuck do I do, except the people who have they're employed and they have a job. But for some people who want to become something more than just an employee, this is something really useful. Use planners, honestly. This is my recommendation number one. Red Wolf Meta Grand Plan. This is the month where I planned out I brainstormed for like 2 days straight what I need to do. The tree going there and there, and like the plans, social media, then what I need to hire someone, where I need to do, who I need to contact. And this is like one of the first real things that I had and experienced myself, because like before I did start some small startups, but I believe they failed because I didn't plan. And plan, it goes with a planner, but plan your life, plan your goals and things that you want to complete. Then in April, me and my girlfriend went hard on with tabletop games. We started playing almost every week. We bought multiple tabletop games. We had like Arkham, not Asylum with Batman, but with monsters, and Cthulhu. We bought Machikoro. I think there is an English version. And later on, I'll tell you which game we loved the most and we play the most right now as well. Moving to May, started my Pinterest and I started learning how to actually earn through there, because I see people, going through Amazon referral links and they can earn up to 20K a month with Pinterest. So I was interested how I can do that with applying my travels, with applying the pictures that I take, because I take really nice and beautiful pictures. At the same month, I started a new startup, which at the end failed. It was looks time KO. I tried reselling watches, like Rolex, AP, Cartier, but unfortunately Instagram decided to block me. So that's one of the failed startups this year. And also in May I opened my first big, I would say, metaverse space. It was for Daniel Arsham, which you can also visit. It was really nice. I put so much content into that. I promoted everywhere as I could. I hope Daniel did see that, did visit it, because I do have quite a good amount of visitors in that metaverse. Moving to summer, that's June, July and August. June, I got my first 10,000 views on Pinterest, which was insane. Actually, funny story, that was just with one picture. I also met up with my one of the closest friends of my girlfriend's. Her name is Sasha Teal. I just want to shout out her. Her Instagram is pretty cool because she travels around the world, so you can check her out as well. In June, I got fired, and my Bitcoin went up to 4K, which was nice. Not up to 4K, but I had some amount there and I earned 4,000 extra. In July, I went full-time Red Wolf meta. Also in July, I got coffee addiction, I believe, because I drink that pretty often nowadays. Because at least 2 to 3 times a week. I don't think that's very, very healthy, but still it's very, very tasty. In July, I also had my forest trip and second time when I crashed my drone. Then in July, I turned 27, but I like to say 25 plus 2, and I started learning Chinese. So far, I can say ni hao, minjishi, no, I. Moving to August, that was a trip to Altai. This is a place far away in Russia, in the mountains, and there we celebrated my girl's birthday. She turned 18 years old, actually a little bit older, but I'll keep that to myself. And I started hiring new employees. Yes, it was really hard because I had to go through 100 different people and CVs, and understand that CVs are very extremely hard to read when you have a lot of information there, especially if you're 40 plus. You put so much information and experience. So recommendation number 3, if you're working and you're applying to a new job, shorten your CV, because no one cares what you did in 1996. Come on. Almost 20 years passed. In August, I had a lot of calls. I had startup conferences, I had investor pitches. It was new experience for me, and I understood that planning really helped. Google Calendar really helped. So if you're starting your new brand, new company, whatever, use Google Calendar. It works perfectly. It records. You can put virtual background there, and it's really useful. In September, I got 20,000 Pinterest views, which was amazing. Now it's went down up to 16 if I'll check right now. But I had my first podcast with Trevor Talley, so shout out to Trevor Talley. He's an amazing human being. He helped me a lot. He is helping me right now to find a new job, which I'll get to when it will be in December. You can connect with him and he can help you with a job. In September, I also did a lot of networking. I connected with more than 50 people, different industries. We tried to collaborate with some, worked with some, didn't. And in September, I tried my first mooncake on a autumn festival, if I'm not wrong. Moving to October. In October, I had road trip with my new friends. We enjoyed some time until December when we separated, unfortunately, but life happens. And in October, I began a new tradition with my girlfriend. It's called Coffee with Cinnamon on Thursdays. To not explain too much, it brings you money, somehow. You can read that more info on Google, as you can Google anything and read why people do that. But somehow it helps. It feels much better because every Thursday I drink, every Friday I get something in cash, which is nice. In October, we also launched, me and my girlfriend. When I say we, that means me and my girlfriend. launched first public art exhibition called Safe Space. It was a blast. We had multiple artists join us. We were able to showcase this to people, to different industries, to different industry people, and honestly turned out really well. We also did an article which you can read. I'll also leave a link to the post review of the whole event. It's also on a website that we run. In October, maybe it's unusual, but we had social life plus game nights. I would say this is perfect because I had a lot of meetings in real life, not virtual, not Zoom. The game that I recommend is Carcassonne. It's a French game, but it's basically you have tiles and you build a whole castle, like, or a whole city with castles. So check it out, really nice game. Different day, different drip, same video. Moving to November, it was one of the, I would say, biggest months before the end of the year. And in November there were so many changes, you can't even imagine. My next recommendation will be like a very huge insight for you, but let's start with some good things. I got a new partnership with starting a new business. Like for myself it's new, but for the person who is partnering with me, it's like something they lived for few years now and worked through it. It's CMBS, it's commercial mortgage banking securities, and this is something like absolutely new. And holy god, if you're from USA, and it's crazy how you can make money out of thin air. So it's amazing. New friendships were made in November. With new friendships we went to a new location. It was like Countryside House, really good place. It's like 5 meters in height, and you know, from floor to the roof. In November also I started going to a new gym, a really freaking nice gym. They had 2 floors. One floor is underground, and I usually, what I do is that nobody goes to underground. It's like mostly working with your own weight, weights that are like dumbbells and stuff. People don't really like going there because they like to work with machines, but I like to go there. I can turn on my music full blast, like some 30 Seconds to Mars or something similar to that, and just kill myself. Whoa! I started learning and getting into biohacking. In short terms, is basically working with what you already live, but like, you know, go to sleep earlier, understanding when you have a work hour, when you have a like a dip hour, when you don't really do much. And yeah, I understood the flow of the day, how it works. I will make a separate video maybe in the future how it works and what are my experiments, but thus far it was good. I had some good results, bad results. In November was one of the biggest things that I believe in my life, and for the past couple of years has been one of the top priorities that I wanted to go and to approach, is that Red Wolf Meta that I told you about, the company. I've froze Red Wolf Meta to pursue stability and to move to a different direction, a little bit different direction. And this is the recommendation from myself. It's really good to see a picture from a different angle. If you have a person that sees that and tells you like this shit doesn't work, that means he sees something. Because like, you know, when we start working on something new, on our business, and this is like our baby, like what the fuck, we want this baby to get successful. But unfortunately sometimes babies are unexpectedly changing their ways of what they're doing. Thus far, my baby Red Wolf Meta, it wasn't giving me the results I was looking for, not remotely, for the past couple of months. And even with employees, I put so much energy, put so much money into that, put so much time into this business, that I didn't receive anything what I believed was the true thing I was looking for. That's why I'm recommending to you guys, if you see that something is not going for a month, for 2, for 3, check if it's a right thing to continue. Because sometimes it's better to step down and go up the hill again. And that's bringing me to the next point. I opened my business. It was the idea that I needed to think throughout the whole month what I should do, because like, even though I understand that I need to start looking for a new job, which I started. I needed to make some money before I get the job, and basically to, make myself secure and understand that I do this stuff, I cancel that stuff, but I can do this and I still can make money. I can put food on my table. And this was the main thing what I needed to think, and I came up with the idea, Red Wolf Corp. Basically, this is a company where all my skills, everything what I do within digital industry, and I put it in one space. Video production, metaverses, web development, branding, design, this all in one thing. I will tell you more about this, but you can of course go to Instagram Red Wolf Corp, which already exists, and check it out for yourself. But yeah, I hope I will tell you more about this business, but it already makes some, you know what I'm saying. And next, we had a 4-year celebration with my girl. It was very nice. We had a good evening with a lot of food, and we watched some nice TV show together in December, and I haven't finished this month yet, so I cannot really say that I accomplished a lot, but I can say for sure I'm ending this month with $118,000 in Bitcoin, which I cannot take out. That it does sound very interesting. I will not expand more on that, just to keep it as a mystery. But yeah, this is my year. This is December. Now I'm looking for new opportunities, looking for new skills, how I can earn more while being at the same space where I am right now. And next year I have even bigger goals. I'm buying an apartment, I'm buying a car. And this is like one of the bigger goals, but you know, there are always smaller goals which I will complete, which I will achieve, and this is something I'm looking forward to as well. This was Dmitry Red Wolf. Thank you very much. Honestly, I've released a couple of videos this year. You can check them out all on this channel, but if you are looking for a video review, a montage of scenery, a travel video, do let me know, because this channel is a video production channel, and Red Wolf production, this is something that we do. I edit videos for you, for myself, and I would be happy if you contact me. Thank you so much. I hope you got some motivation, maybe some insights from this video. And what I want to tell you is that let's collaborate. Leave a comment below under the video. What were your top 3 goals this year? And if you want to have an additional W and review your year, leave in the comments as well each goal, each like top goal for yourself for each month from January to December. That's it. Thank you very much. I'll hope to see your comments. I will be answering each of them and congratulating you. Happy upcoming holidays, Christmas, and let's start from what we already achieved. Have a great day.